man, your show's gonna be awesome, bro. Your show's gonna be awesome.
Okay, it's Anatapi. Hey, everyone, how's it going? It's your boy Little Dog, and thank you for watching today's Entertainers with Little Dog. Today we have an amazing guest coming in. His name is Kalvin Weaver, and he's actually joining us today. So, a little bit of updates. I've been doing quite a bit. I have a couple of things that I've been writing, as well as, do want to give a couple of shout outs. First one is thanks for Isaiah Murillo. You want to give him a call. He does a lot of renovation work. He's sponsored this episode as well. So appreciate you and thank you very much. As well as, I've been with Alpine Roofing and Solar for a little bit, and we handle claims. I personally have about 17 years experience in the industry. I've been here for a very long time, getting things done, getting things bought. I did start off installing roofs, so I did used to put the shingles on. However, nowadays I mostly just deal with the insurance company. So a quick overlay. All right. And I will be doing some of the others a little bit later on. However, we are still looking for sponsors as well. Thanks to Isaiah Murillo for sponsoring this month. Next month, we will be doing a month-to-month thing, or else, we do have the option for adding your business's advertisement to every one of my every one of my weekly ads that come out, as well as some UGC content. I do have packages for that. Please visit my Facebook to take a look at that, which is Today's Entertainers with Little Dog at on Facebook as well as Instagram. Now, if you do want to help out and individualize, this is actually where you can go ahead and go. This is a Cash App tag right here. This all donations will be going out towards helping out with funding the show. Now, it helps out for upgrades such as better equipment to do this on, better mics, the software that I use to be able to stream to multiple platforms such as YouTube, Facebook. Coming soon will be Instagram, and looking into TikTok at the moment. So that way we can expand a lot of our views, as well as, bring in a whole different crowd. I have joined as part of ICCT Texas, which unfortunately I did forget to put on here. But ICC Texas is the Intertribal Community Council of Texas, and it's a not-for-profit that I am actually a member of. So I will have more content on that coming out soon. Also, as well, let me see. The fight still continues on this right here. So the School Board of Education, was voting to renew the American Indian Native Studies. They are still fighting on that. They did approve it as an elective. However, for it to be able to gain actual uh, for it to actually gain a lot more steam, as well as be able to count as a school credit, they do still need to vote for that. So please go ahead and give them a support, give them help out, and let them know that you're supporting them. There is unfortunately I do not have the link on here. There's been a lot of things going on. I've been doing a lot of inspections, doing a lot of work, and not only that, I have been writing my own screenplays as well. So, which is pretty cool and fitting, because we do have a screenwriter here who is also an author who does have a book on Amazon. And actually, this is it right here for this right here. Yeah, he's got 3 books on Amazon. My bad. But Cobra's Diary of an Assassin. That is actually something that I got to be a part of. A very amazing project that we will be playing the trailer here later today. So very fortunate to have him on today. Very great man, and I enjoy having him on the show today. Now, I hope you guys don't mind, but my intro credits as well as my end credits are going to be changing within the next episode. So keep an eye on to it, because there are some changes coming to the show, not only for here, but as you can see, been spiffing up the the studio a little bit. So appreciate all you guys. But today, this is the one that we will be talking about right here. Is Cobra, Diaries of an Assassin. Now, I'm glad that he has come in today. I actually have my own copy as well. I've read this copy several times. And I also have the digital copy on my phone. So that was actually the first copy that I had. I did get to listen to the audio file whenever I first met him. And I didn't get to finish it because it was so good that I would actually listen to a couple of different things a couple of times just to make sure that I heard it right. Sometimes things can be wrong with my ears, Anyways, uh, after a while, I did download it to Amazon, the reading profile for, I think it was called Amazon. I was I can't remember the name of it right now, but I'll let you guys know as the time goes on. All right. Now, as you guys know, it does take a little bit of time for me getting through some of these. So, with this, along with juggling work, I have been super busy. So, again, anything that you guys can help out with, it is greatly appreciated because it does go into the show and giving me a little bit more freed up time. Now, I do love doing this, and I do love coming up with content, and that is going to be helping out. Now, I do have my studios as well here, which I do help out with other actors. If you have readings that you need to do, or if you have auditions that you need help with, I have my own camera set up, I have lights, and I have backdrops that are necessary. Okay. I will be off camera voice and be able to help you out with your auditions. So go ahead and give me a contact, and that is something that we can go ahead and set up as well. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and play this trailer for Cobra's Diary of an Assassin, and we will be right back with Kalvin Weaver.
This country has problem people all over the world. And the U.S. would be a lot better if they were no longer a problem. You were chosen for your unique qualities with some very specialized training. Do you understand? Whom do you work for?
I don't know.
I'll get you to talk.
I don't know!
This is Lisa. She'll be playing your wife.
Codename Dragon.
Hi. I want to retire from all this.
And do what?
Run away with you.
Strictly voluntary, and you can quit at any time. There's no obligation to any part of the government once you're finished. Do you understand?
When is enough enough?
All right, now that's an amazing trailer.
The POC is even more amazing.
Oh, it sure is. I liked it. We had that the viewing of it. So, Kalvin, if you wouldn't mind, give us a quick introduction to who you are, as well as a little bit about your history, as
Okay.
far as author and writing and everything.
Kalvin Weaver. I'm actually from Pilot Point, Texas, and played football for Coach G.A. Moore. And he got me to running track, the mile, and I decided I wanted to be the best at it. So I started running 20 and 30 miles a day. And I found that I could run 5-minute miles for 20 miles without breaking a sweat. That's how good a condition I got in. So later on, I got recruited and trained, and I have to tell you, it got canceled. Okay, none of the book is true as far as the killing goes, but I started thinking about it, and I thought, I'm going to write a book about it. What if it would have been canceled? Okay, and so I wrote the book, but I think the hardest part was losing myself in it. Okay, and one night I wrote for about 18 hours straight, and when I figured out, oh, I got to go to bed. So I went to bed, woke up the next morning, didn't know where I was or who I was. That's how deep I got into the book. I think you'll enjoy the book. I've read it about 100 times myself. I still laugh when I read it. I still cry when I read it. I still get a fast heartbeat when I read it. And everything in it's real for me. Okay.
Nice. That is awesome. Now, we do have our first commenter, actually. Benita De Leon said, amazing needs to be a movie. Amazing needs to be a movie.
Yeah, okay.
So,
We're actually looking at it and we're trying to sell it to the networks. The problem is we have no people that can take it to the networks for us. They won't take unsolicited.
Mm.
So we're looking for an agent and we're contacting the agents, and all I get from them is, we're not taking anybody new right now. And I'm like, okay, now what do we do? Well, my bonus daughter has got some really good connections, and she's doing some grants and stuff, and she's looking at getting us a grant. Sean, the filmmaker on this film here, um, I was with him last week, and he said, "Oh, that's great. I know companies that will match whatever she can get." I said, that's great. If we do that, then we're going to start filming it. We've got actually two books. We've got Cobra and Dragon. Okay. And we thought about separating them, making them two different episodes. Well, the more I thought about it, I think it'd be easier just to make it one episode and just fold them in. Okay. And that's what we're going to do. I've already got the first pilot written, screenplay, and ready to send it out to somebody, whoever's interested.
that is actually pretty awesome. Now, I did notice that there were a lot of really great details in there. Uh, it's really hard to believe that all of that, that none of it was real. So you say none of it was real?
Well, I got to tell you, if the only way I can tell you is if I kill you first, okay? No,
We don't want that.
it doesn't matter if it's real or not. But my attorneys have told me that I have to tell you it's fiction, okay?
Okay.
Or I go to prison, all right? Because my training did get stopped, as it suggests in the book, and Congress did pass a mandate that there be no more foreign soil assassinations.
Mm.
So yeah, my training got stopped.
Okay. Now, how long ago did you write this? Did you sit down and write your book?
It's been about 10 years ago. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I've been working in the computer industry, and it's kept me pretty busy. We went out to, yeah, Mississippi. Thank you.
Okay. So,
I went blank there for a minute, and had a great time. Met some great people out there. Tim, I hope you're watching. And just lost track of time. Okay. And when we got back into Texas, I decided we're going to start pushing this. And one of the things I did, I put on Facebook, I said, non-pay, I want to do a little movie about Cobra. And Brian Spillman answered it and said, I don't normally answer this, but I want to do this.
mhm.
And I went, okay. So he started pulling in actual really good actors and actresses and filmmakers and directors. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to the bank. I'm going to fund this. Okay. I paid them. Okay. To do this. All right. They did it for free. I paid everybody. I even paid the snake. Okay. Our makeup artist, great lady. She came out to my ranch where we were shooting out there, and she brought her boa constrictor, and the boa it wouldn't sit still. It just kept taking off on her. And we were trying to shoot the spot where Cobra steps over the snake in the book, and she finally got it to settle down, and it raised its head up just perfectly for the camera and just sat there and wiggled its tongue. And then we shot the shot of Brian stepping over the snake. And so I gave her an extra $100 for that. Okay.
That's awesome. Yeah. Actually, Facebook is actually where I heard about it as well too, and that's actually where I found you as well. So that was actually pretty cool that we kind of had that mutual connection with Brian.
Oh yeah.
And Brian said that he hadn't seen it yet. That I messaged him, and then he looked at it. He was like, "Oh, he already had it in my inbox."
Yeah.
And so that was pretty awesome to come together and be able to do that. I had a lot of fun. I know that I kind of jumped around a little bit from where I was. And I really did enjoy it. Whenever I was reading the book, I enjoyed the book as well too. And I was like, man, I can definitely see this being very cinematic, being a show on its own, for standalone show or even movie itself.
Yep. I just talked to the lady that actually got me pushing towards making a movie out of this, and Jennifer, and her contact director, Amy Soto, I believe, is working for HBO right now. And I've lost contact with Amy, but Amy was really hot on Cobra. I
Yeah.
mean, I've got several emails saying I love Cobra. So I think it's marketable. We just got to find the right people, okay,
Mhm.
and push it, get it under their noses. And I think that POC, what y'all just watched was only a 3 minute movie trailer. There's actually a POC out there that's 14 minutes. You need to bring it up on your big screen and watch it. Okay, you'll love it. I mean, every time I watch it, I get into tears. It's amazing, and all these actors did a great job. Makeup artists, filmmakers, the lighting guys, they did a marvelous job. Okay, I had no problem paying them what they asked, and probably should have paid them more.
It was like I said, putting it together. It's not like most little independent sets that I've worked on as well. It was very professional. It
It
was
was.
ran very well, and to be honest, I didn't see as many issues on along that set as I've seen on some of the other ones. Because a lot of times there's a lot of challenges
Oh yeah.
when it comes to it, and there's weather doesn't cooperate or timing doesn't cooperate for this actor or that actor, and so things just kind of go a little sideways. And so I know that we had our own challenges with this one as well, right?
Oh, we had a lady that was going, and I won't mention her name for her profession. She was going to play Lisa, and 2 days before the filming, we couldn't find her. She just kind of went away. And so we scrambled. We had a lady out in LA that I really wanted to fly in because we'd talked to her first. And the producer said, "No, I got a lady here. I've already asked her." And the lady came in, never met her. I met her on set the first day for the first time. I was worried. She and I had a talk. I told her there was a Lisa. I need you to do these things, and she did it. She brought tears to my eyes. She looked at Cobra like my Lisa looked at me. Okay, and she did an amazing job, and I'm really glad, and I really thank her. And I'm hoping something comes out of this so I can pay you guys more. Okay.
I appreciate it. It's definitely something that I like to expand my range on. I know that you had asked me for to do a different role. I'm like, I don't think I really fit that. I was just glad to still be a part of it,
Yeah,
though.
yeah. Well, Brian was wanted to pulling it all together,
Hmm.
and he kind of fit the mold. Okay.
Yeah.
And yes, I've got Indian background also, so I kind of wanted to use you, but then we got to looking at it and laying it all out. It was like I think he's better. Let's bring you in as Mike, okay?
Yeah.
And then that's what we did. So,
And I was like, I don't mind because I was a little bit bigger than I am now, but I'm like, I don't have a physique for it. Nobody's been big on that fast.
yeah. Well, I mean, look at me. Do I look like I used to run 30 miles a day? No, I don't.
Oh, I don't look like I used to be at all.
Yeah. But Brian did a great job. He not only did his acting part well, he pulled in the right people to make this thing happen. And so I love you, Brian. Thank you.
Yeah, Brian's an amazing guy. I had been following him and added him as friends a while back. And so I always see him putting his advice on there and everything. I'm like, man, this guy looks great. I would love to work with this guy one day.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm very happy that I got that opportunity. And then he also introduced me to Kelly Kidd, who came in, and him and his wife. And I'm like, wow, these guys are awesome. They kind of have their own little network that they do and work together.
Yeah. We got to tell you, we brought Kelly Kidd in, and he sent us a tape. And when I first looked at it, I went, no, that's not what I want. The guy who recruited me, that's who I wanted. Okay. I wanted to be realistic. Okay. And so I shut it down and I walked away from it. And I got to thinking, wait a minute, these guys are professionals. Let me go back and look at it again. I went back and looked at it again and put my mind away from the guy who actually recruited me. And I went, that's what I want. Okay, I want Kelly Kidd.
Nice.
Well, he wanted his wife in it too, and I thought, oh, well, Carla's just going to be a little extra, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, Carla is an amazing actress. I wished we would have had more parts for her. I wish I'd have known about it. We just kind of brought her in toward the end. But Carla, thank you very much. Okay, I do apologize for the scene. It kind of blurs your face a little bit. I wish we would have had a little bit clearer, and I do apologize for that.
Now, there were other challenges that you faced along with filming, right? Such as locations.
Oh, we had about 15 locations that, and everybody agreed except for the hospital. And I'm like, oh my God. I went to 5 different hospitals, even one where my ex-wife worked, and nobody would touch us. Okay. So I'm a master mason. So I called the Arlington Lodge, and talked to the secretary out there, and I told him what was going on. He said, "Oh, Brother Weaver, we can take care of you. You just come right on. We've got an empty room. Bring your equipment in." One of the actors, Kelly, I think it was, went and got some equipment from Oklahoma, hospital equipment, and we were going to shoot it at the lodge. And he goes, "By the way, did you think to look at the retirement home, the Masonic retirement home?" And I went, "Do they have a hospital out there?" And he goes, "Yeah, they have 2 wings." We went out there. They brought us in with open arms. They showed us the wing. And after we looked at that, we walked around. He was showing us around, and we said, instead of leaving here and going over there, let's shoot the next scene here. And then we found another spot. Instead of going over there and doing that, we're going to shoot the next spot here. And we ended up shooting the whole first day at the Masonic Rest Home, and it saved us a heck of a lot of money. Okay. And so I did put a nice little donation into the Masonic Rest Home. Okay.
That is awesome. And that was a very beautiful location. It was awesome when I was able to come together and look like it was multiple locations.
Yeah. Yeah. And the next day we had Hank's house. He opened his house up, and we shot some inside of his house, outside by the pool. You get to see me. And then we went down the street to across the road to a little woodsy area, and we're down there shooting. And here comes a black guy up with a machete. And I'm like, okay, I really don't want to have to hurt this guy. And I just went, put the knife down and come here. And he put the knife down and he walks up. I told him what we were doing. He's really cool. They were homeless people that out there living, okay? And they were pretty cool. Then the next day, we all trekked 2 hours from Weatherford out to my ranch, and we shot the rest out there. And the way they angled it and everything was just amazing. It looked like we were on this big river. It was my pond, you know. And it was just an amazing shoot. I tried to sit back and just let them handle it. They were professionals.
Mhm.
But at the end of Sunday, I was so exhausted. I can imagine what you guys felt like. Okay. So if you think that acting is easy and they get paid for just being on the screen, no, it's work, ladies and gentlemen. It's really work. Because I was exhausted and I didn't even do any acting. Okay.
Yeah, it was very fun. It was definitely inside of the shed. It was kind of hot,
Oh yeah.
but we also had the big lights and everything, and so pretty sure you can see a little bit now sweating over there. And I was like, okay, at least I'm not gonna say I just look serious.
Well, we're in the barn, and the scene would have been a hot day anyway. It was supposed to be a hot day in August. Okay. And the only thing we didn't have, what's in the book, was the storm coming in, the wind blowing, picking up and cooling back down. But it was warm there that day, but most of the stuff was shot outside or in the barn, and everybody was sweating.
And by the way, yeah, very good.
Thank you.
That was awesome. It was very great to be out there and kind of see how it was out there. Your cabins out there, the way that it's organized, it's beautiful.
Well, after I lost my second wife, I was real disheartened, and I sold my other ranch because everything out there reminded me of her. I was not going to buy another ranch. And my best buddy, Mike Carney, he comes and gets me. He says, "Come on, we're going to look. I got some places to look at down by my ranch." And I went, "Oh, Mike." And he goes, "Yeah, come on." And this was the first place we walked into. I walked out and looked at that scenery, and I went, "Put a contract on it. Let's go." It's a very beautiful place. If anybody would like to try and come out and visit, make sure I'm out there, or make sure I can meet you out there. It's an amazing place. And if some of you filmmakers need a place to shoot outdoor scenes, I got 105 acres. Okay. Very thick, and some open spots too. So it's got a little bit of everything out there.
Nice. That is awesome. Now, when we came to this, how long between being written to actually moving towards to become a screenplay?
I actually wrote the screenplay before I ever put the book in. Okay. Amy Soto, Jennifer, I can't think of her last name. Anyway, Jennifer asked me to meet with Amy Soto, and I printed it out for Jennifer, and she looked at it, and she gave it to Amy, and Amy met me in Grapevine, and we had dinner, and she said, "Let me read through it," and she read through it, and she called me 2 days later and said, "This is amazing." I said, "I want to do this." I said, "But my screenplayer that you just met, he left me. He went back to New York." he said, "You're a writer. Can you do it?" I said, "Well, I've never written a screenplay." So I got first draft, I believe it was, and took and read some screenplays from other movies and kind of got it in my head. And I wrote it. I had it out in about 6 days, and I sent it to her, and she went, "Oh my God, that was fast." And then she called me 2 days later. She said, "Kellen, this is wonderful, but I'm working for HBO right now. I don't have time." I said, "But hang on to it." Well, we hung on to it for a little while, and then I decided to go ahead and publish the book because I really wanted it out there. And I actually got a traditional publisher, and he wasn't going to do it. He said he was retiring, but when he read the first couple of chapters, he goes, "I'm coming back out of retirement. I want to publish your book." The only problem is I was in the top 20 the first year that it came out in sales, and for some reason he kept not paying me. And so I ended up having to fire him and then just do self-publishing after that. So, and then all my other 3 books are self-published. And I've talked to other authors, and they said, well, how do I get it out there? How can I make money with it? How can I write it where I please you? I said, you're not pleasing anybody but yourself. And if you please yourself and make yourself happy, okay, then you've accomplished your main goal. And if somebody else likes it, that's just icing on the cake.
So I guess that was the motivation between the book. Was that something that made you happy?
Oh yeah,
that is awesome.
I've read this thing 100 times. I'm very proud of it. I still laugh. I know what's coming up. I still laugh. I still cry. Okay, there's a spot in there where I thought Lisa got killed. Okay, and I get to that part, I cry again because I had a Lisa, and she was my world. Okay, now I'm remarried to a lovely lady, Tina, and Tina takes good care of me. She puts my medicines together, keeps me happy, and I don't want to take anything away from her. Okay, but I actually had a Lisa at the time.
Yeah,
and have that death, that part of it just hurts.
Yeah.
So
no, I understand, and that's definitely something to overcome. And I know that, especially as an actor, and I'm sure as a writer as well, you pull from emotional responses that you've had in the past or things that consider like traumas in order to bring it to your writing or for acting, as, to draw emotional depth for the character. And so so I can imagine, when we get to that part that now you said there are 3 books. What are the 3 other 2 books?
well, this is Cobra, and it's the male character. Dragon is the female character, and it's Cobra's lover. Okay, and the books, and they're actually the first ever parallel book. This book follows along here, and this book follows along here. Okay, Cobra and Dragon, parallel books. This answers questions over here. This answers questions over here. All right, but you can still read them individually. All right.
Yeah.
The third book, both books end and they retire. Okay. Both characters almost get killed, and after the second character almost gets killed, they decided we better retire. Okay, this is too dangerous. Their love for each other is amazing, so they retire. And the third book is what's called the continuance. And when I gave that book to my publisher, he took a look at it, and the next day he said, "You son of a bitch." And I thought plagiarism or something, and I went, "What?" And he goes, "It's your best work. I couldn't put it down. It kept me up all night." So, where these books are in like a diary form and moves real fast, the continuance is a novel form and just flows. Okay, and just flows and flows. And the people that have picked that third book up and read it have said the same thing. It's very hard to put down.
My audio is a little muffled. Hold on a second. Let me redo mine. Appreciate it. Appreciate the feedback. Does that sound a little bit better? It's probably because of my mic that I have right here.
I can hear it just fine, by the way.
Is that a little bit better for you guys? Can y'all understand me more now? Probably. They'll probably go ahead and
Here, you
stuck
want
in
that?
there. Oh no, it's okay.
Okay.
That's why I bought the new mics.
Okay.
Because continue upgrades on my podcast. Like I said, sometimes if something can go wrong, it probably happened. But as long as I keep advancing it and making it better, then it's just going to keep better from there. It's probably because whenever it was folded over, it's folded over into my skin versus being shot up straight up like this. And so now it'd probably be a little bit better. Sorry. Plus, I keep clearing my throat, and I know that that goes into the mic pretty loud. But so that's actually really cool. So chronologically, whenever you read them, you got to keep in mind that Cobra and Dragon are basically going on at the same time.
Yeah.
As timelines.
You can read either one first, but
Mhm.
actually everything starts with Dragon. Okay.
Okay.
And how they meet and how she gets to meet him,
Mhm.
and her training and so forth, and her missions and his missions and back and forth. Okay.
Okay. And I know that we shot the POC and everything for like more modern time days look like. What time period would it have been had it been in the actual order that it was in the book?
First thing I need to tell you that in this book here, all named assassins that were assassinated were actually assassinated in that matter. They're historical assassinations. Okay.
Oh, wow.
And when I first put the book out, even my publisher was coming to me and saying, "You really did this," because he started researching it and finding it. And I had to tell him, no. And anyway, what was the question again?
Now, around what time period would it have been if it was in?
The time frame, the POC actually shows like 84, but it was actually 71. Is when I graduated high school. So 69 is when I got recruited. 70 was the second year that I was being trained, and then it got canceled. So it'd have been 71 to 90, something like that. 85. Okay. And that's the time frame that the named people in here were actually assassinated.
Oh,
okay?
wow.
And the hotels that I stayed in on trips, either for my company or on vacation, are actually in that book. So if you look at them and you read about it, you go, "You were actually in this hotel, weren't you?" And I went, "Yeah," but I was in it for work or for vacation. Okay. I got to tell you that. I got to tell you
that. No, that's awesome. That's because like I said, whenever I was reading it too, I was just like it's one of those books that like draws you in and kind of sucks you into it. And so for me, because I like to listen to vertical series, like real shorts and all that. And I was like, man, that would probably be amazing to leave on a real short, so that way it kind of ends on a cliffhanger right there, and then you go on another 8 to 10 minutes, and then I heard the audio book to it, and I was like, yeah, I could definitely see it like that, especially. And I love that we were able to do the POC.
And the audiobook has got full sound effects in it. So if you listen to it in your car, you need to turn it down a little bit, because when the gunshots go off, you're going to jerk. Okay.
That is true. That did happen. I was listening to the CD.
Yeah.
And I heard him going off. I was like, whoa, that's really loud.
That's pretty awesome. I can still shoot 1,000 yards. Okay.
Nice.
I've got a 400-yard target out at the ranch. If anybody wants to come out, and I'll train you. Okay.
Oh, nice.
If you've got a mother-in-law you need to get rid of, no, never mind.
Rats.
Just for fun, for hunting deer, elk, something like that. Pronghorn, which is hard to get up close to. It's an art, okay, and I can show you. It's not that hard, okay.
Now, in the POC, there was one shot that was fired, and it looked like it came from the character Cobra. However, was that you that made that shot?
I can't say that. I'm not sure who made the shot. Okay, I wasn't there.
Or for the trailer purposes.
Yeah. No, I think Sean actually blitzed and stuff in from other movies that it made and stuff like that. Okay. So I really don't know who made that shot. Okay.
Okay.
But where he's up on the ridge, that's indicative. Okay, of him looking 1,000, 1,200 yards and picking somebody off. You see these other snipers with other guys up there with them. We were trained to feel the breeze. Okay, to know where the trajectory was going to be pushed to, and allow for it. And there's actually, I wasn't the only one being trained. Okay. Now the second year I was the only one being trained, but it's an art. Okay.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of math and a lot of physics involved in that as well.
Yeah. The rise and fall of the bullet, the push the wind, the direction.
Yeah. Now, even at that distance, the curvature of the Earth comes into effect, doesn't it?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Okay. But if you've got your scope where it's supposed to be and sighted in where it's supposed to be, you don't have to worry about that.
That's
Okay.
cool.
The main thing you have to worry about is the wind velocity. Okay. And your face, right, left, behind you is not a problem. Now, one other thing is flat, your trajectory drops. But up on the ridge, it's basically straight down. It never drops. It continues straight. For some reason, the gravity is pulling it and keeps it in line
Oh, that's
for
cool.
like 2,000 yards. Okay, before it starts degrading at all.
That's awesome. So basically trig and a lot of physics there.
Yep.
That's awesome. Now, whenever you were writing it, I know that some of the things that sometimes I could read, it feels like you're part of it. Does that ever come back into effect? Like maybe like there's several veterans that have a lot of dreams, and sometimes these dreams make them feel like it's going on at the moment.
I've got one episode in there that Cobra's getting tortured. He's getting beaten. That's one of the main film part of the film, and I felt that. Okay, I chipped a tooth. Okay, I broke my nose. Okay, I got cigarette burns. I mean, a cigar burn on my chest. A broken hand from the hammer. Okay.
Yeah.
So when I would see that, I had to turn away. When they were filming it, I had to leave the barn. Okay. I couldn't take it. All right. And then when I watched them taking him down the halls on the POC and rushing him into emergency, it breaks me up. Okay. Because I've been there. I've been very near to death. Okay. So
wow, that's definitely very intense, and so that's the only reason I was wondering. I mean, it's like wow, you have a lot of very emotional ties to everything that was going on, especially for fiction.
yeah.
So, but it's like I said, it's very very good to read, and I do recommend it for my readers to go out and check this book out. Check out the POC. It's on YouTube, right?
POC's on YouTube. Yep. You can key in my name, Kalvin, with a K. And that's the reason I came up with Cobra with a K. And yes, I came up with Cobra with a K before the game, way before the game. And anyway, Kalvin Weaver, Cobra. Okay. Those three names on YouTube, you'll find it. You'll find the movie trailer and the POC.
That's awesome. Now, there was actually one other question that I want to bring into now. You have mentioned his name a couple of times, Hank Slaughter. And now Hank is a veteran, correct?
And a sniper, ex-sniper. Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's the reason when I heard about that. And we had to let another guy go. He was busy in school and so forth, and it was just dragging too long, so we had to move on. And when I heard about Hank, I went, I got to meet this guy. I said, well, when do you? I said, tomorrow, tonight. I want to meet him now. So we had breakfast that next morning, and he talked to me, and he was so intent, just telling me about some of the things that he did. And I went, this is going to be perfect. And it was. He did a great job. Even though I was the executive producer, I let him handle it, him and Sean. I stepped back. Sometimes I didn't even watch the scenes at all. Okay. Yeah, there was a couple of things I might have done a little bit different. Okay. My grandson plays the young Cobra, and he can raise his eyebrow. and Brian Spielman, that played Cobra, can raise his eyebrow. And I wanted that in there. I wanted those to match up,
Yeah.
But they did an awesome job. When they first put it out, Hank wanted some changes. I wanted 2 little changes, and Sean did those changes. And he was very helpful and worked with us and bent over backwards. Okay. And I owe a lot to Sean. Okay. So I'm hoping we can do something with this so I can get some more coins in y'all's pocket. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Now, going forward, I know that you had said that there was definitely a couple of different paths to go through, either film or movie or a regular, like the TV series.
Yeah. This comes back to Amy Soto, director. She says that the episodes are what's hot right now. And if you think about it, this is a diary form, that'd be perfect for an episode.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some of my chapters have 2 and 3 kills in it, and they can make an episode out of each one of those. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we could go 100 episodes without blinking an eye. And then if they wanted to, they could add more episodes that's not even in the book.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. If it takes off and, they're getting a good response from it, they could just keep it going. If anybody's seen Blacklist, that's exactly what they
Yeah.
did. Okay. They took some old actors, really good actors, and they made 10 seasons, I think it was, maybe more than that, of like 10 or 15 episodes each season. Okay.
Mhm.
And they made it intense. They made it, I didn't like the way it ended, but I would have written it differently. But that was amazing. Okay.
Mhm.
And so the episodes, I think, would be good instead of breaking up Cobra and Dragon. And I'm sorry, I forgot the books. I'm thinking of meshing them together like this
Mhm.
and flip flopping back and forth into one episode. I've already written the pilot for it. Then the continuance, it's so smooth. I think it would be a great after movie whenever the series ends and they're done with it, and then turn around and make a movie out of that, because
Mhm.
it is my best work. Okay.
Yeah.
And my mother doesn't read, and she calls me one day and said, "I got your book." And I went, "Yeah." Said, "I couldn't put it down. I read it all last night." I went, "Mom." She was like 83 years old at the time. And for my mother to read it, yeah, I'm her son, but you have to know my mom. She just doesn't read. And she'll get into something and then set it down. She loves her Bible, okay? Very religious person. But she'll only read a few chapters and just set it aside. The book, she said she couldn't put it down. She stayed up like 3 o'clock in the morning reading the whole thing.
Oh, wow. That's pretty awesome.
Yep.
You know, I think that it would be perfect, especially for a series,
Yep.
to add it all in, because a lot of times whenever I see a movie, it misses a lot of details,
yeah.
and you're like, dang, it missed a really good spot. Whereas a TV series, you have that a little bit more of that freedom, especially the way that your books are written. They can interlock and go hand in hand all the way down, which I think that is an amazing way that it's written.
Yeah. There's only really been one movie that I wouldn't have made any changes to.
Hmm.
Okay. Top Gun 2. That whoever wrote that did an amazing job. Okay. They did everything I could think of. It was perfect. Okay.
Oh yeah, that was a great movie actually.
Yeah.
I think they did a really great job in that
Yeah.
one without losing. A lot of times whenever you see a sequel,
Yeah.
it kind of goes left field on it. And
Sideways,
it's like, oh, that doesn't make sense, or
Yeah.
it comes off as more of like a remake than it does a sequel.
Right.
And so, but I think that they did an amazing job.
They did an amazing job.
Now, as far as Cobra goes, now, what about in the future? How long would you expect this one to go on for, if you can get the funding for it?
What we do is we would do the pilot,
Mhm.
and then we do maybe 5 or 6 episodes. Okay. Then we put it out on YouTube, send them to the networks. Don't send them the film, send them the link to YouTube.
Mhm.
So you want this, you better pick it up fast. Other people are looking at it. Okay.
For sure.
And we've got some incredible actors if we can keep them together. Okay. And I think just by looking at the POC, you guys, you know that we could put something really good together with these actors. So
For sure. One thing that I noticed, and that I've mentioned a couple times, especially during season one, was like Cobra Kai. It's very, very popular nowadays. It's all over Netflix. However, most people most people probably don't realize is that season one was entirely on YouTube. And so they gained all of their followers on YouTube. And then for season two, they got picked up by Netflix with a season one buyout. And so have you considered that may be a possibility for season one?
that's the reason we're looking at some grants and stuff.
Mhm.
And like I said earlier, Sean, when I met with him and told him about the grants, he said there's companies out there that don't want to put all their money into it. They'll do half of it, so
Mhm.
they'll match. Okay.
Okay.
And if we can get a grant, and grants for 250,000 is nothing. Okay. But if we can get that, then we have $500,000 to start working with. Okay.
Nice.
And then if we can show these guys, these investors, that what we're doing, and let them come to the premiere or whatever,
Mhm.
I think they're going to go, let me get my billfold out. I think they'll pour some more money into it. And I'm hoping we can get someone like Amy Soto involved, okay,
Mhm.
which has got a lot of connections. Um, um, as far as how long it goes, going back to Cobra Kai, that's what I want to make a point of. I like Cobra Kai, okay?
Mhm.
I like the movie, then I started liking the series. But after about the third season, something like second or third season, it was like, no, come on.
Yeah,
It's
kind of
like
got
they were running out
repetitive.
of stuff, okay? That could happen with this too, okay?
Mhm.
I think that if we do all the book, we could probably do 30, 40 episodes easily, okay?
Nice.
And then if we want to do more past that, we just have to make sure it doesn't get watered down. Okay.
No, I totally get it. And honestly, I mean, most seasons, the way that they're running now, they usually make about 8 to 10 seasons or 8 to 10 episodes.
Yeah.
And that's season one. And
Yeah.
then they go up to next season two, 8 to 10 episodes. That's season two.
Yeah.
So you have plenty of material, especially if we can get 30 episodes out of it.
Yeah.
Then that's, I mean, easily at least
Well,
4 or 5 seasons, maybe.
realize that one of his, where he goes shoot somebody, Dragon is too. So that's 2 episodes, and we can fold them together, okay? And we, instead of having a 30-minute episode, we can have a 1-hour episode, all right?
Nice.
Or we can have 2 30-minute episodes. You know, I would leave that up to a director, okay?
A lot of times, what would be great is like a 45-minute episode, because then that leaves room for ad revenue.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and some people do 30 minutes for that too. Okay, but you're right. And all of the screenplays that I've ever done, I leave gaps for advertising. Okay,
That's awesome.
so yeah,
So, as everybody sees that I'm wearing this really cool shirt.
I saw that. I wonder who designed that. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, my daughter Ashley did the design, and she also redid the design of my book. Okay, and she's done a great job. I think she's working for my other daughter. She's an attorney, and our attorney can help us out. She's a great attorney. I've got son-in-laws that are great. They know how to work with their hands. And if this stuff gets going, we could make this a family affair.
That's awesome. And if you wouldn't mind, let them know where your website is, so that way they can buy their own awesome merchandise as well. Tell them what else is all on there as well.
It's just my name, Kalvin with a K, KalvinWeaver.com. That's it. Okay. And it'll pop up. It's got my website. It's got the POC on it. It's got the movie trailer on it. It's got the IBMD on it. What else? and deeper into it, it's got my daughter's got T-shirts that you can buy if you want a T-shirt, mugs, and they're not that expensive. Okay. She's got a lot of different things out there.
And there you go. I'll put it back on the screen for a little bit. Again, it's www.kalvinweaver.com.
Yep. Capital K or not, doesn't matter. It'll come up.
It looks nice on there, so I put capital K.
Yep.
Now, we do have Benita Murillo asking, when does the movie come out? Well, again, if you're just joining us, looking to possibly actually make it into a series, we do have the proof of concept film out there, which is about a 13-minute film. And you can find that on KalvinWeaver.com, or you can actually go to YouTube and find it there as well, too. Just type in Cobra Diaries of an Assassin. You'll find the trailer. You'll find this. You'll also find some BTS stuff as well on the YouTube. I found that out as well.
Okay.
And so, it's definitely something that's very fun to be on, I know that you've given a lot of props to a lot of your family for doing this. How important is it for whether anybody in the entertainment, whether they be a writer or actor, to have family support there?
It's absolutely necessary. If you have a spouse, that spouse has got to be there for you. Okay. Brian, he's got a beautiful lady by his side, and when he was acting with Casey, is that her name?
Casey.
Yeah, Casey. I was like,
Kelsey.
Okay, I hope she doesn't get mad at me. I'm terrible at names, guys.
I believe it's Kelsey.
Kelsey. Yeah, sorry, Kelsey.
Kelsey.
I thought she would be just beat red in the face, on their love scenes and stuff like that. And she was just grunting ear to ear. Okay. She was very supportive of him. Your family, your parents may not agree, or I want you to be a doctor. No, I want to be an actor. I want to be a comedian. I want to be, it doesn't matter. Okay. Let your dad or mom say what they got to say, and just say, Mom, I need your support. Dad, I need your support. Brothers and sisters, I need your support, because this is hard. It's incredibly hard to break into this. Okay. It was incredibly hard for me to write these books. Okay. Because I was so deep into it. It actually hurt mentally. It hurt. Okay.
Yeah.
And as I said earlier, these guys out there working for 3 days, I was totally exhausted. I really didn't do any acting. Okay.
Yeah.
All I did was just kind of follow them around, and I was totally exhausted. It is a job. It's not an adventure. Okay. So yeah, everybody listening out there, if you can get your family to pat you on the back, that's a good plus. Okay. Really good plus.
Definitely. And even with mine too, my family has been helpful very much for me as well during my career and everything that's been going on. Well as even where I stay, I stay on their property. I have this little 3-2 trailer that's on their property, and I'm able to make this studio in here. Before I was just sitting in my living room and I had a tray like this right here,
Yeah.
and a camera that was just facing back over me, and that's all I had. Towards the end of the season, I started to experiment a little bit more over here, and thanks to them, and their support, I do have this room right here, which I've been able to transform into my studio.
Okay.
And so, it definitely is very important to have, because if you have nobody in your corner, it's very much an uphill battle, because there's a lot
Yeah.
of naysayers, there's a lot of
Yeah.
challenges that come against you, and that support system is very important to have behind you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, we do have a question of how much is your book?
How much?
Yes.
If you come to me, I'll autograph it and give you a free one. I'm thinking the book is around $4 or $5. I'm not trying to make any money off the book. And for you starting authors out there, I've seen some authors make $100,000 a year off their books. That's incredibly rare. Okay. Where we're going to make the money at is if we sell it to the networks. Okay. So I want you to enjoy the book. It's at the lowest price that I can do it. That Amazon will publish it. Barnes and Noble has it also. Just search around. I think it's like $4.99, $4.98 or something like that on Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. Okay.
Right. Now, how much would they want if they wanted a signed version? Because I got mine signed.
That's $1,000. Okay.
1,000 signed.
No.
There you go. No.
If you get the book and you enjoy it and you would like an autographed copy, if you're in the area, we'll meet for lunch or something, and I'll autograph it for you, or you can mail it to me. I'll autograph it and mail it back. Okay.
Now, Kalvin, I really appreciate you coming in. It was very, very, very entertaining. I do hope that we're able to get this moving right here. Even if we start off season 1 on YouTube, I'll be more than happy to come back and help out with it. I enjoyed my time on there, and just like any other set I'm on, if I can do more to help out, I'm definitely willing to do more. All right.
All right. Thanks, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Now, for everybody out there, don't forget to go to the website and show your support, show your love, buy some merchandise. Everything that you guys help out with will be going towards helping out with funding the project in the future. And so if you guys have any tips or any suggestions for being able to do this, feel free to go ahead and leave a comment. Contact Mr. Kalvin Weaver as well. Now, you're on Facebook, correct? What social medias are you on?
And my website. You can get hold of me through the website also.
Perfect. Now, again, if anybody has any tips, any options, or has any leads, they would be greatly appreciated. And we appreciate everybody who's watched tonight. I know that this was this is actually a very quick episode. So
Okay.
and so I know it's about an hour long, and so
How much time we got?
we're only about an hour into it. Sometimes I go about 1.5 to 2 hours
That's up to
sometimes,
you. Okay.
and so I don't mind. I mean, I love
traffic's
talking
bad out
about
there.
it.
I'll sit here all night if you want to. Listen, guys, if y'all do go out to my website, I wish you would follow me. Okay, that helps a lot, and it doesn't cost you anything. Okay. I want to tell you something about this guy right here. He's not only a great actor, he's a full-blood Blackfoot Indian, right?
Well, I believe I'm around 50. I'm about half.
About half?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the Blackfoot Indians, I've just learned, are the oldest indigenous people in the United States, period. They were the first people here from what they can determine. So this guy's been here a while, okay?
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool because I through genetic testing and everything, they've been able to determine that, which is really awesome to kind of get into that kind of stuff, you know?
Well, my grandmother's maiden name was Six, shortened from Six Killer. Even though she grew up on the Hartshorn Reservation, which is Choctaw,
Hmm.
her name says that she's Cherokee.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So we got to look, and it looked like during the Trail of Tears that they merged with the Cherokee merged with the Choctaw. Some of them, and some of them stayed there, and some of them went on up into northern Oklahoma. And but my ancestors stopped at the Choctaw, So,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
so we thought we were Choctaw for a long time until we started doing the research.
That's actually pretty cool. That's the Trail of Tears part.
Yeah.
What's crazy about that is that, especially back then, because a lot of times, they were like, well, they were all fighting each other, and there's a whole bunch of misinformation about that time. But what had happened was, they did a copy and paste of what they did in other countries to indigenous tribes, which was, you know, let us help you with your enemies. And our problem as far as it was that we couldn't come together as like a nation.
Yeah.
We let our differences come between us as far as our tribal mentality.
Well,
And unfortunately, that was a bit of our downfall.
well, I think you came together at Little Bighorn, didn't you?
Little Bighorn was a good example.
We got landscaped. Anyway.
And the thing was that, oh, what up, David? Appreciate it. But he said that she'll give you a follow as well. Appreciate all of you guys' support. David was actually on season 1. His in another project that I've worked with is a former Raider. And so yeah, he played for the Raiders.
Oh, football?
Yeah, he was I believe he was a receiver. So but he's an actor now.
Okay.
And so what to make a connection.
I'd love to meet him sometime.
So
I always wanted to play professional football. I was fast. I had really good hands, especially for my size. I could run a 4.8 40 in high school, but I ran a 10-1 100-yard dash. But in full pads, I still ran a 10-1 100-yard dash, where all the guys that were running 4.6s and 4.5s, they were running 11.2s, and they couldn't catch me. Okay?
Nice.
But I broke my neck in first grade, and actually had an opportunity to play for the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, wow.
And I went out. My little brother was a security guard out there, and he said I needed to go try out. So I went out, and it was just catching passes. I can't remember who was throwing the football. But anyway, one of the coaches said, all right, go take your physical. And I went Deadman Hospital and saw one of the guys there, and they x-rayed me all the way through, and he comes back and he goes, he said C6 and C7 is fused together with arthritis, and one hit you'll be paralyzed from the neck down. And I went, so that means I can't play professional football? And he goes, that's exactly what that means. I said, okay. So I went and got my car, drove home. I said, life's life. Got in the house, leaned back in my easy chair, and cried like a baby. That's every kid's idea, is to play for local professional football team.
Now, I know that you mentioned cross country as well as some football. What other sports did you do?
Really, that was it. I tried playing baseball. No one ever taught me baseball, so I wasn't any good at it. But then later on, my youngest daughter played fast pitch softball, and I got into trying to help her, and I started taking college courses, and I got so good at it that she became one of the top hitters in Texas. Okay.
Nice.
I believe it was her sophomore, no, it was her junior year. She was batting in ASA, not in high school. In ASA, she was batting like a 986 slugging percentage and an 860 batting average. Okay.
Dang.
So the mechanics of the bat was amazing. And that's what makes any good batter, is the mechanics. Tried to play a little volleyball. I'm too heavy for getting up. I can still spike a little bit, come up. Hunting, fishing, like I said, cross country. I could still shoot. I shot a hog the other day in the neck at about 600 yards.
Nice. Now,
He kept avoiding me. I said, I'm going to take him. I'm going to get him. I don't care how far he is.
now,
That's all I can think of. I played in a band. Okay,
oh,
I played.
nice.
Now I did play drums in the band. I thought it was pretty good. But one time we were doing a concert, an indoor concert, and we took a break, and I went down to meet some of the people. And a guy came up and grabbed me by the shirt, and he goes, "My God, how do you play drums like that and sing like that at the same time?" And I went, "I don't know. Never thought of it." We got back up on stage, and I couldn't do it. I was thinking about it.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So I had to sit and do this little, and then start singing again. And then next thing I knew, I was drumming again. Okay. But the band, and we're out there on the website also, silverleaf.com. And my rhythm player passed away last year. It was very sad. And we try and get together once or twice a year, but it's really hard because we're all in different parts of Texas right now. So hopefully we can do one more gig just to say goodbye to Dallas. Okay.
Oh, that'd be cool. Well, this year I plan on trying to get an event going as far as bringing some of the musicians that came on through season one and seeing if people will be more willing to do like a unplugged version of their songs.
Okay.
And so, that may be something that we could probably do. I'm looking for possibly either towards the end of this season or which I'm trying to figure out when that will be because last year I made it towards the winter was the end of the season one. However, I'm thinking that because the days go longer and I'm outside doing door to door with the roofing, summer tends to be a bit of a longer day.
Sure.
And so I may go all the way through this year, all the way till next summer, and then take a break through the summer months, and then coming back for the winter months whenever it's darker outside.
Well, to let everybody know, my major thing that I did is computer programming.
Mhm.
I retired. Excuse me. I got called out of retirement. Went to Mississippi. Came back. The company that bought us out hired me from home. And I'm sorry, guys. I just got tired. I turned in my 2 weeks notice last week. So next week, Friday the 13th, will be my last day of programming. And I'm taking my wife to Europe. We're doing a 26-day tour starting in May.
Nice.
And then we're jumping over to England and doing a 1-week tour of the UK, Scotland included. And then we're going to stick around for 5 days and walk around London. And then we're going to go over to Ireland and spend a month or so and just go town to town, get an Airbnb, and just enjoy. But what I'm really doing is I'm thinking of writing a third book, or fourth book actually.
Oh, wow.
And I'm trying to get some good ideas of where it's going to take place, how I'm going to do it, and some of the characters in the last book, the continuance. I've really left it as there's 2 or 3 characters in there that's taken Cobra's place. Okay,
Oh, wow.
and there's a lot I'd like to do with it. It's just I've been so busy and a bit tired too.
Mhm.
So when we get back, I'm going to decide. It should be about the end of August when we get back. I'm going to decide whether to write another book or not. But what I'm really hoping is we've got somebody that's listening that wants to do this, write the screenplays, send it to the networks. I'm not a greedy person, guys. I've told these guys here that I will give them as much as I can out of the proceeds. Okay, started. All right. So if y'all can get it started, anybody can get it started. I will put some coins in your pocket.
We also did have a come out here from John, Severally Forever.
John,
Yes, sir.
who is it?
It's John. I'm not sure what the last name is. DE7HC.
Oh,
But-
that's probably John Curry. Okay.
Okay.
Love you, John. Miss you, buddy. He must have seen my Facebook and got on. Okay.
That's awesome.
He was one of our junior programmers, actually. I trained him, and he took off, and he learned much more than I ever learned. Okay.
Nice.
There were times I'd call John up and say, "John, how do you do this?" And he'd go, "Oh, you just do this right here." Good to hear from you, John.
Well, that's pretty cool. You guys heard it here. There may be expansion into the Cobraverse. Can we call it the Cobra verse?
Yeah. Actually, my band wrote a little jingle, but it sounded really sick. There's no way. But we've got some music out there that we could use from my band. Matter of fact, the audiobook, I used 2 songs from our band that we did in the studio. And guys, if you don't have time to read, get the audiobook. I guarantee you'll enjoy it. I brought in different actors with different voices, and even changed my voice a couple of times. And people say, "Well, who's that?" Well, that's me. I said, no, it's not you. Yeah, it's me. So yeah, most of it's actors I brought in, and it's a pretty cool project that we did. Okay, I think you'll enjoy it.
That's awesome. So you could do some voice acting as well.
Oh yeah.
I did hear some of your other voices on there too. I was like, hey, that's pretty good. And so he also commented, said Eccles. Yeah. So you're correct. I think that was his last name, John Eccles.
Oh, John Eccles.
Yeah.
Okay. No, John Eccles is my the guy I told you that passed away last year. It's his nephew.
Oh, okay.
But he came in and started playing with us. He is one of the, by far, the best guitar players I've ever seen and heard. And I've been on stage and the side stage with some of the best. Okay.
Oh, nice.
And this guy is amazing. Sorry, John, I thought you were another friend of mine. Okay. But we'd get on stage and people would just come to watch him. Okay.
Nice.
He's very good. Okay.
Okay. Well, one of the things that I would like to eventually do, because I know that it's really hard to do it live, especially since I don't have the audio set up for it, is coming up, I would like to play some music from, different musicians, local people who are close by, right at the end of the episode, just be like, hey, here's something to check out,
Sure.
put credits up there. And so, people could be welcome to send me MP4s, either of live performances or just kind of sitting in the studio, being able to record it and then send it out to me so that way the audio is clean. Because the last song that I have on here for my end credits was actually done by DJ Kane on my podcast here, but he did it on his phone, and so the audio was just like this, and so I had to master it like crazy. I think I had to go through it, run it through like maybe 7 or 8 times before I got it to where it's at on my end credits.
Yeah.
But I would prefer if something like that happened, that we can play it at the end of the episode.
Sure. We could do any kind of advertising that'll help the income.
Okay.
And if we get enough advertising, we do another episode. Okay. And then if we get more advertising, we do another episode. Okay. If the money, like I said, when the money runs out, then the advertising could take over. As far as the audiobook that I did, we actually had a single microphone. It was a really good microphone that plugged in my computer. And we just set it right here and we talked. And then I'd have this actor do that part, and then I'd stop him, and then I'd do my part, and then I took them and I cut them and matched them together. It was a lot of fun. Okay? A lot of work, but it was a lot of fun.
Now, I did get to see your setup over at your cabin. And I was like, man, that is awesome.
Well, that's just a jam. Okay. We could put a microphone up, and I've got one. If we needed to or wanted to, if we came up. Matter of fact, I've got some ideas for some songs, but since my band's not real close, I need a guitar player that can play certain songs, and because I want to record them. Okay.
Nice. That'd be awesome. Have you ever thought about possibly even doing like almost like a anime type style? Because I saw the system that you have, and I'm like, man, that would probably also be a good idea.
I've had some people suggest that, and you have to realize when I grew up, we didn't have much TV. The only thing we had to watch was cartoons. And I know people say, well, animated is different. No, it's still a cartoon. And if somebody wanted to do an animation, okay, separate, because I still want to do the episodes or the movie, I don't care. Okay, I'll help sponsor, just whatever. Anything that brings in cash. Okay, so we can do the whole 3 books. Okay.
Yeah.
And then by the time we get to the movie, I can decide on the next book if it's going to be episodes, the people we're spinning off or what. But Cobra and Lisa, Cobra and Dragon, went through a lot. Okay, almost lost their lives on several occasions, and so they're tired. Okay, they had to retire,
Yeah.
From what I understand, he's been contacted a few times. He just said, no way.
Mm. I gotcha. Well, man, like I said, it's always a great pleasure to have you, man. And
Thank
talk
you.
to you, and I enjoy visiting with you as well. Just a great guy to be around. Always
Yep.
very positive and great. Listening to you and even your experiences that you've gone through as well. The experiences that you've gone through, the journey that you've gone through to make this book possible, and now the journey that you're continuing to go through to actually put it out there for people to actually watch.
Yep.
And so I do want to see this succeed very well. I do want it to see that it come and become a reality.
It would be nice if it became a reality. It would be a dream come true. But I'll tell you what, I've enjoyed writing the book. I've enjoyed making the POC. Okay. Um, I, I was just going to do a little, I wasn't even going to pay the actors. I was just, you called in on that. But Brian got there and the people he started pulling in, I went, no, these guys are professionals. I can't let them work for free.
Mhm.
Okay. Because y'all did an amazing job. Okay. And we put something together very professional and very proud of. And if that's as far as it goes, fine. Okay. I'll watch my own POC and sit there and have tears come down my face just because we did this. And it is nice. It's nice that we got it done. Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate your part too.
Hey, not a problem. I appreciate you, let me be a part of it as well and keeping me in it because I know that there was a lot of change ups last minute. And I was like, man, I wonder if I'm still going to keep a part in it or if I'm going to get replaced eventually. And then I was like, hey, I'm still in it. Hey, I'm happy.
Well, we made the POC and, I hit brick walls trying to get it out.
Mhm.
And I pretty much stopped. And my bonus daughter, Denise, I love her to death. And she said, well, I do grants and stuff. And I said, well, here's the information. She said, I'll run with it. And so, and then other people started calling, let's do this. You called, said, let's do a podcast. So it's continuing. The snowball's starting to roll. Okay. And I'm just hoping it continues. I'm riding it. I'm loving it right now. This is fun.
For sure. And I know that this is, like I said, it's an amazing project. And I do want everybody to go out and I will play the trailer again before the episode ends.
Okay.
Just because I think it's an amazing trailer.
Okay.
And that, I want to make sure that you guys go out there on YouTube and go ahead and check out the full trailer. Go to kalvinweaver.com and check it out there. You can find the trailer and the POC there, as well as different ways that you can help to support the
Yep.
film and the project. Okay. And so a lot of it right now is a lot of self-funding, trying to get it going and bringing attention to it. So even if you just check it out and you share it, it doesn't cost anything to share. Share it on your social media. Share it to other people that you know. That way it brings more attention. And the more attention that it brings in, the more it becomes more of a reality, the more it's going to get in front of the people that, do need to see it.
You have to realize, I told you earlier, books won't make any money, not normally. But if you sell enough books, you get noticed. And then HBO, Netflix comes to you, okay?
Mhm.
And they want to buy the rights to it. And that's where you make your money, okay? So yeah, pass it around, talk to people, read it. If you like it, give me a holler. I'll try and get it signed for you. Let's have fun with it, okay?
Sure. Thank you, Calvin.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Now, everybody else to remember, you guys are great. I appreciate everybody who views, who comments. You guys are amazing. And I appreciate all the support that you guys have shown for this show as well. This is something that I feel very confident and passionate about as well. So please go ahead and give it a support, share it. Later on, it will be viewable on my YouTube channel. Give a like, give a subscribe, and, show some love. Show some love to Mr. Kalvin Weaver as well. And we appreciate everybody. Right before we go, I do want to go ahead and play the trailer one last time. And that way you guys can check it out again. Okay. So back in media assets. Next week, we will be having our off-camera voice and computer operator here as well. She was at the end of season 1. Her name is well, I'm not going to give out her name because I think we're going to come up with a stage name to keep it mysterious. But she will be here for the next episode. You guys can take that out. We're actually going to. Oh, before I actually get into that, the next next week, who I have coming in is Kelly Kidd and Carla
Oh,
Kidd.
excellent.
And so they will actually be here. It'll be the first time that I'm going to be using my, well, I have a quadruple mic set up now. So my off-camera person, we'll just call her codename V. She'll be having a mic of her own. I can have my mic, and my interviewees can have a mic. So that way they can hear us all without having to keep, because there's an echo in here. And there's no AC, so we have the fan on. So you'd be able to hear the fan, you'd be able to hear the echo without the mics. So I'm excited about that because it's the first time being able to use that. But anyways, without further ado, here is the trailer again for the Cobra Parasite Assassin.
This country has problem people all over the world. And the U.S. would be a lot better if they were no longer a problem. You were chosen for your unique qualities with some very specialized training. Do you understand?
Whom do you work for?
I don't know.
I'll get you to talk.
I don't. No!
This is Lisa. She'll be playing your wife.
Codename Dragon.
Hi. I want to retire from all this.
And do what?
Run away with you.
Strictly voluntary, and you can quit at any time. There's no obligation to any part of the government once you're finished. Do you understand?
When is enough enough?
All right. And now, without further ado, you guys have a great night. Gyak get the matzin till we meet again.
Good night, everybody.
Fuiste mal con mi corazón, ya